Friday night. I'm here with Big Hands Dave Moore. Gosh, that mitt. So here, I've decided I'm going to do is I'm going to have like normal. Oh, I gotta hold that. Made too much noise. Normal people, hand knives, and then my chunky hands, and then Big Hands Dave hands. Side knife. All right, so here's my hand, and it was like it was created in a laboratory or something. Just genetically just blew that thing up. So I'm here in Muscle Shoals for the chopping competition I've been telling you guys about for a while now, and he's the one putting it on. He's been totally responsible for doing everything. Hey, Marshall, got 157. So I'm just going to talk to him. If you have any questions for him, if there was like tonight I was at the dinner, and if there ever is a Blade Sports Hall of Fame, about 70% of the inaugural class was there tonight. I mean, you had 3 or 4 different world champions. He's going to be up there soon, like world champion status. He was there last year knocking on the door. So we're going to get to talk to him. If you have any like real Blade Sports questions, the ones that I wouldn't know, like how to win or how to get a ribbon, this is where you want to go right here. So I'll let you introduce yourself and tell me about your channel and just what's going on.
Okay. My name's David Moore. This is my second full year of Blade Sports. I've started a YouTube channel, and it's called the Big Hand Dave. I have 5 subscribers.
We gotta get over there and get him some more. We get some more subscribers. So we're gonna work on that. So for sure.
I'm kind of working on the whole YouTube thing, putting some videos over there, and just kind of rocking it. Was blessed to meet this guy in Bastrop, and man, become fast friends with Jimislash.
Awesome.
Yeah,
really cool.
That was a great time.
And that's one thing we were talking about tonight was a lot of people may be intimidated about getting into Blade Sports, yeah. But once you get in, everybody is so cool. You can't figure out why you weren't there sooner.
Yeah, it's just like a family.
Yeah, it's awesome. Oh, didn't mean to interrupt you. Go ahead.
No, you're good.
Sorry about that.
So, man, 2 years ago, or actually, I guess this is the start of my second year. I guess 3 Blade shows ago. No, 2 Blade shows ago. We were leaving, and my daughter wanted to stay and see Blade Sports, but we were going shopping. To take the girls shopping. My wife and daughter went, and we're leaving. My daughter's like, "Man, I want to see Blade Sports." So we went back. I said, 2 people. That's it. We're gonna go. So we watched Big Chris.
Oh,
was the first
that's
one.
A good one.
Yeah,
first.
The very first one. Then we watched Mike Eubanks second. And I turned to my daughter and I'm like, I can do this.
Yeah.
I'm like, man,
that's
this
awesome.
is fun.
That's cool.
I can do this. So right after Blade Show, the very first thing I did was find the first school. So I'm in Muscle Shoals. The first school I find is in Waxahachie, which is like 10 hours away.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, man, how am I going to make this happen? So I was like, man, that's a long way. So I told my wife, she's like, yeah, cool. So I started looking what was around it. So Waco, Texas is right around it. They have like silos and TV shows there and stuff like that. So my wife is a huge fan of the TV show. So anyway, she's like, yeah. So I went to the school. They went to Waco.
Cool.
So
planned around it.
That's awesome.
Awesome.
So that's the first time I got to meet Donovan and a bunch of the guys. And man, it was rocking. And
so ultimately, how at Nationals last year, what'd you do? How'd you do?
At Nationals, so that was my first year. So right before Nationals, Discount Dan's, who's doing the cut, picked me up as a sponsor right before Nationals in my first year. And so they kind of sponsored me, was going to come on this year as a sponsor. And at Nationals, my first year, I placed 3rd. I was 0.3 of a point behind Donovan in 2nd.
That's amazing.
And Dan Keffler, who's 4-time world champion, was 1st. So it was Dan, Donovan, and me.
Then you went to Blade Show.
Then I went to Blade Show. I placed 5th at Worlds.
5th in the world. First year. Show. That's amazing.
First year. Then I was blessed. Andy Roy, Alan Searles, Dirk Lutz, Joey at Pop's Knife Supply picked me up and sponsored me as a cutter, starting my second.
You definitely have the coolest shirt in blade sports.
Oh,
I love that.
Dirk Lutz designed this shirt.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, man, those guys are just like family, you know. So I got to go over and meet them, and there's some.
Let me see if I can get these comments.
Awesome cats, you know. Got to meet them, and I mean, it's been a blessing just hanging out, you know, with them and getting to do blade sports, and it's just been fun.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Let's see. We need questions here. I don't know if I can bring something up, knocking it over. I kind of got a Jimmy rigged here to stand up. Josh, I bought 2 Medfords this week. You need help. Yeah, you do need help. If you bought 2 Medfords this week, you should have bought 2 of something else or 1 of something awesome. No, that's cool. But yeah, show us your choppers. He's got 2 awesome choppers here. They're both Donovans.
Both Donovans, choppers. I don't know if y'all can.
Yeah, let me put that up there so I can read. He names his choppers. It's awesome. It's like BB King's guitars. Check that out.
So this one is the Voodoo Shaker. And so for placing 3rd in nationals, and there was a TV show from Australia wanted to come over and film. And so while they were filming, they were doing interviews, and I got to go and compete, and I was the highest ranking person in the U.S. Donovan and Dan couldn't make it. So it's being 3rd, I was the highest ranking there. And so the guy from the Australian TV show wanted to beat me. Oh. And so I was the bad guy, so you know. Yeah, and he was the good guy, you know. So they asked me what my knife's name was. I was like, I don't have a knife name. Like, oh man, you gotta have a knife's name, you know? Yeah. And they're Australian accents, which I can't do.
Yeah, I can't either. Don't mess it up. Offend the whole continent of people.
But so I'm like, okay, it's the Voodoo Shaker. And they're like, ooh. So I got through the interview and I'm thinking, what's a Voodoo Shaker?
I hope I didn't say something bad.
So I called Donovan up. I said, hey, Big D. I was like, man, I just named your knife, one of your knives, the Voodoo Shaker. And he just started laughing. He said, well, what's a Voodoo Shaker? I said, I don't know. So it stuck.
That's awesome.
And so then, since I had 2 knives from him, I had to name the other one. And my first ever cut at the school, I was cutting, and I was so intent into cutting that I forgot to breathe. And so they were saying, breathe, David, breathe, David. So I named the second one.
Here, check this out. Second one is Breathtaker.
Breathtaker.
That's awesome. Can you break one out just so I can show him, everybody, how awesome those things are? If y'all got any questions for him, let me know. Or just put them up there. I think I'm keeping up with the questions pretty good. Check this monster out. Oh, gosh. Look at that bad boy. Oh, man. Holy heck. That's awesome. Check that out. That's Donovan's mark, right?
Yeah, that's Donovan.
What's his knife company's name?
Big D Knives.
Big D. If you ever see him, you'll know why it's called Big D. That dude's a giant.
Oh yeah.
I have a picture between him and Big Chris. They look like they're mini me. Like just my beard and their beards, but like a foot shorter. No questions. Okay. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna check out what he's got in some of his knife collection here for us to look at. So we're just gonna kind of get to know his knives and see what he has. Let me show you what I'm EDCing today. I picked this up at Smoky Mountain. I don't know if I showed you guys this already. Right there. Oh, it's like a 20 series Benchmade grip, but this is the Deca from Hoke.
Oh, that's cool.
Have you seen this one? That's a really nice knife.
No, I hadn't seen that one.
All right, I'm gonna dig into his box while he's checking this out here. What's the secret to sharpening? Somebody wants to know.
I use. Let me just get it out.
All right, cool.
I use
check that out.
Straw. Go ahead, check that out while I'm getting this.
Pull this out. This is one of my favorite micro tanks. Look at that. Man, that's a good knife. That's a cool knife. Can't have like weak thumbs though. I don't know if Chadman's in here, but you can't have weak thumbs. All right, so did Chapman show up? Here you go. Look, it's the obligatory Nicortech. Yeah, the Deca is awesome, John. That's a good knife. I was so glad to get one. All right, here we go.
It's a diamond hole.
So he pulled this jobber out of his sharpening box over there.
It's a DMT diamond stone. It's got a fine and a very fine edge. And then the secret is a strop.
There you go. So how do you find your angle? Like the angle that you're trying to get to, or you just know kind of by feel?
I know from sharpening them, but strop you go backwards, but I'll take a Sharpie. And I'll take a Sharpie on my edge and I'll paint the edge, just the bevel kind of edge of my knife. And then I'll either strop, and if I know that I'm getting that Sharpie mark off,
oh wow,
then I'm doing, especially these are convex ground. So if I'm stropping and I'm getting that edge, I know that I'm stropping the right thing. And I'm not I don't have my angle too high or too low.
Right.
I know that my angle's right. And then that's how I started out. So kind of after that, you just kind of get the feel.
Now, what's the difference between sharpening for convex as opposed to
Flat grind?
Yeah.
Convex, I do a lot of stropping convex. You can sharpen with a diamond stone, but it has to be kind of a little higher angle. But mainly for my convex, I'll strop, and I'm gonna show them.
There we go.
I use a CBN emulsion.
You got an emulsion there that uses?
I use 4 micron. So for the convex, I've got 2 more strops, and I've got one that I'll use 16 micron.
Oh wow.
Which cuts a little bit faster. And so as I'm stropping, I'll kind of feel the edge for that wire edge, and then I'll strop back and forth, and then I'll go from 16 to 8 to 4. So usually if I have to sharpen these, I have to go on a belt grinder, and so I have like a slack in my belt grinder so I can get that convex.
Oh, that's exactly. Okay.
Because it's not a flat grind, but if it's a flat grind, then you can go straight to your KME, wicked edge. The flat grind, you can use any of that. Now the KME does have a convex sharpening system with it. So
those are the only diamonds I'll buy. I'm sorry. Are the diamonds blood diamonds?
No blood diamonds.
No blood diamonds.
I don't think. Maybe. I cut myself last night sharpening, so
it might
I
be
guess that was a
retribution.
blood
Turned
diamond.
it to blood, yeah. All right, see.
But yeah, so mainly for convex, I'll do a lot of stropping. And stropping it's a long process because you're going really fine, so it takes a while to get that edge. And I'll use a piece of newspaper, and then I'll cut a piece of newspaper, and I'll start up next to the handle, and I'll work my way out, and I'll just cut and listen. The higher the sound, the sharper the knife, and go real slow.
You're so gifted. That's awesome.
You go real slow, and if it ever pulls, you got a spot that you've got to keep working on. If it ever pulls
so
or tears.
much to learn. Holy cow.
Yeah.
So do you put a convex on it for the chopping aspect of the
Yes. Now,
competition?
Donovan put the convex on it for the chopping aspect. A convex is like it's basically like an axe,
Okay.
but it's a finer convex. So you've got all this steel and meat behind the blade, where if it's flat, you have very little steel behind that edge. But if it's convex, you've got more meat, more steel behind that edge.
That's going to make it tougher for the finer one cuts.
It's going to make it a little tougher for finer cuts, but when you hit the hard cut, like 2x4s, the power cuts, then it just burns through it.
Oh, okay. All right, cool. Let's see if we got any questions. Anybody got any questions? He just went through some awesome sharpening stuff. That's what his channel is going to have, stuff like sharpening, knife making, chopping practice. You gotta see his chopping practice videos. He's helped me out a whole bunch. I'm gonna find out how much tomorrow, but he's giving me a bunch of tips. The tri-stone for the KME. I'm thinking about it for his recurves. Do you know anything about that?
I don't know about the KME tri-stone. Now I use the kangaroo strops for the KME.
Okay.
I use those, and I used to use the KME. They have a convex rod for the KME, and I'd used it to sharpen these. But now I basically went to all hand to sharpen. It takes a little bit longer, but I seem to get it a lot sharper.
It's therapeutic.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Very therapeutic.
Yeah, Big Hand Dave is his channel. So we're gonna do a video. I'll do a video so I'll get to more folks. We'll get him some subs over there. Not Bog Hand Dave, no. I don't know if y'all saw here. Put that up again. Put that monster. Looks like my dad's hand when I'm 6. All right, that's. Oh my gosh, that's so awesome. All right, let's keep going here. All right, we saw the Microtech. What else you got? Well, if you're going to carry something, what are you going to carry like on your daily basis? You go fixed blade at all? Or?
I go fixed blade. This is what I've got. That's what I've got carrying right now.
All right. That's today's EDC on his hip there.
That's a dark timber tabby.
Oh, that feels good.
In AEBL steel.
Check that out. Let me get my hand up here. It's feeling insignificant, so it's going to look huge now. Look at that thing. That's awesome.
So that's what I typically carry, a fixed blade, and then I'll carry something in my pocket. And typically, I like that's probably my favorite case pattern.
What is it?
That's a seahorse.
Case seahorse. Check that out. So you're carrying a traditional with your fixed blade?
Yeah.
Let me open this up.
Yeah, open it up.
There you go. Check that out. And it's got 2 other little blades here.
So before blade show, my knives were pretty much cases and a Kershaw and maybe a CRKT. You know, I had no clue about anything else. You know, no Microtechs, no custom knives. So when I started going to blade show, man, it really.
What sent you to blade show? I mean, was it just like a knife love or curiosity?
My love of knives, and I had got on Facebook, and I think I had run across a Microtech group, and anyway, they were talking about blade show, and I'm a huge Star Wars fan. So it's about the time that the Star Wars knives and stuff, you know, we're kind of talking about that. And the Star Wars knives are coming out. And so I'm like, oh, man. You know, and I think the second year I went to Blade Show, they had the Bounty Hunter. And the only place you could get it was at Blade Show that year.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
So that's where I got that Bounty Hunter was, you know, at Blade Show. And of course, I was able to pick, you know, a few knives up along the way.
Oh, sweet. Oh, there's a guy. I don't know if you know Chad Lampy on here, but he's huge in the Microtech. He's the Microtech expert for the group. Oh, it's the Jedi. Look at that.
Yeah, that's the Yoda.
The Yoda. That's
the Jedi
awesome.
Master.
Yeah, I don't think I've held one of these before. I like that dual edge on that.
Yeah, it's a UTX Ultratech 85.
What's the steel? Is this M390?
No, that's LMAX.
LMAX. That's a good steel.
Yeah, that's LMAX. So, but like I say, I have varied tastes like this M16 Carson design.
That's a good one, yeah. Let me show you. Flip it.
It's probably dirty because I do carry that.
That's
I carry
awesome.
most.
Yeah.
I don't
Probably
carry.
use your stuff, guys. He's using your stuff, so
Yeah.
he's doing it. Just want to get that.
You
There's a
gotta,
secret to this, right?
yeah, you got to pull there you go. Safety.
Awesome.
So,
I was checking this one. This is a good budget knife here.
oh yeah.
If y'all ever had one of these, I think you can get these on Amazon. That's a beast. I'm telling you, any of these knives that you're worried about fitting your hand, they're fitting his hand. So unless you're just otherworldly, which she's pretty close to being, you're going to be okay.
Yeah, that's an awesome buy.
Yeah, that's
That awesome knife. And I kind of like some old school stuff, like the Case Hobo.
Oh, wow. Check that out. Oh, wow. There's some traditional guys in the group there. I love that. Oh, look at that. You're good to go. All you need is a can of beans and an open fire. You're squared away. Check that out. I didn't know this existed. That's awesome.
Are you serious?
Yeah. That is really cool. I need one of those. That's awesome. Check that out, folks. That's awesome. That's all you need. Right there.
I gotta show you something.
Oh, holy heck. It disconnects. That's awesome. That is really cool. It comes all the way apart. It's like a transformer. Look at that. You're all set up. Look at that hobo dinner right there. You're gonna be the coolest guy at the burn barrel. That's awesome.
So that's just kind of old school with that. That's
yeah, that is, but that's really cool.
And it just fits back together. And when you close it, it locks it, so it won't come apart. You got to open it to actually get it to come out.
Oh wow!
So when you close it,
that's a great knife. There you go. I'm learning something. That's awesome. I've never seen that before.
Let's see. Let's see what else I got here. Oh, yeah.
Eric says, fun fact, they call it the hobo pattern because you can stab hobos with it. No, that's it.
No hobo stabbing.
There's none of that here. Great for eating souffle in an austere environment. There you go. Yeah.
Heck yeah. We're in an austere environment.
Oh, man. Look at that thing.
The Darth Vader.
That's awesome. It's cool. I didn't know you were a Star Wars fan.
Yeah.
I want to send you. I got a bunch of memorabilia. I have to send you something. My grandma collected Star Wars. And she does me a bunch of her stuff.
I love Star Wars. It's got a LT right. That's one that I kind of put through my everyday carry.
Look at that. LT right. Check that out.
That's a pronghorn.
Oh, I like that. It's just really simple. It's
it's
just perfect.
It's just a simple. It's got that Scandi grind. It's just easy sharpen. I don't know. It may need sharpening. I don't know.
No, not for me. You're the expert. So
yeah. So when I started blade sports, before I started, I thought I could sharpen a knife. So when I got into blade sports, I learned really quick that I couldn't sharpen a knife, that I had a lot to learn. So I really stepped up my game in 2 years and really learned a lot about sharpening. The CBN emulsion cuts so fast. It cuts faster than diamond emulsion.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
And so it's
where do we get this?
That's Bark River.
Okay, Bark River. For y'all sharpening nuts out there. Let me get me some of that.
And I think I got that from sharpeningsupplies.com. That's where one of my strops come from. But now I'm starting to kind of make some of my strops. That's actually where both of these strops come from. But I'm starting to make some of my strops. And, if you have different, like micron emulsions, you got to have a strop for each emulsion, So.
Oh, because you don't want to mix them.
Yeah, you don't want to mix them.
Yeah, it makes sense.
So, I have it on the end. That's my 16 micron.
Yeah.
So I have it wrote on the end.
That's awesome. Man, I'm gonna get into this. I need to learn how to really sharpen. That's a really cool thing to know.
So that's gonna be some of the stuff like on my channel, and I've done a little bit on Instagram.
Yeah, what's your Instagram handle?
David Moore 505.
David Moore 505. Seriously, I'm gonna promote him on here and make a video, and y'all are gonna need to watch some of the stuff he's gonna be doing because it's always good. It's like having a car guy. You have a doctor and a guy that fixes your muffler. This will be like one of the guys that will help you with sharpening and different knife making aspects. Because you're doing some knife making, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
It just kind of started. I've started taking those old hickory kitchen knives and grinding them down, changing the shape and putting handles on them. That's where I started years ago. But nobody around here really did, stock removal, or I didn't know anybody that did forging or anything like that. And so when I got into blade sports, I seen basically Donovan and seeing how these guys made knives. I'm like, oh, cool. So I'm just kind of getting into stock removal.
That's awesome. I think there's a guy in the group that does the old hickory stuff that remodifies those things. I forget who is it? Is it Marshall? Do you do that, Marshall? Somebody tell me who it is. I know it's somebody, and we'll feel bad when I find out. Can I sand off the crayon green and red crap off my two-sided strop and add CB and emulsions? Can he do that? Probably not, right?
I don't know if you could get it all off.
Yeah, so you don't want to mix it, like he was saying. You don't want a little bit of your old stuff messing up what you're doing with your new stuff. So, yeah.
I mean, the strops aren't that, expensive. So
that would probably be just worth it not to mess up your blades.
Now, something I will tell you with the CBN emulsion, make sure you shake it up. Then when you put it on, all it takes is just a couple of drops.
Okay.
And I'll put some on here, but it just takes a couple of drops.
That's all you're gonna need right there. See that? Don't doubt your thing.
And then
I'll put this up just a little bit. He's just rubbing it in there.
I'm just rubbing it in.
And then show you. And you're squared away. So you don't have to. How does it taste? Marshall, crazy. All right. Dawn and toothbrush should work.
Oh, to get that other off? Yeah, that might take it off.
Hey, Tom, good to see you. Hey, leather guy, good to see you. Paul, that's who it is. I'm sorry, Paul. I knew you did something. He does sharpening too. He does a lot of good, awesome sharpening. So he's got some good hints. But all right, one more time with your channel. I've been keep doing this the whole time. Big Hand Dave on YouTube.
Big Hand Dave on YouTube.
And
David Moore 505.
David Moore 505. He has some really entertaining cutting videos set to some awesome music. So you gotta check those out too. So.
The best one, the one with the most views, was your idea.
Oh, really?
Dreamweaver.
That's awesome.
Everybody's like, what? And of course, I put some reverse and, some different things. So this whole video is like, 45 seconds long?
Yeah.
It's playing Dreamweaver, and it's just cutting one water bottle or two water bottles.
Two, yeah.
It's just cutting 2 water bottles.
Awesome.
But the water, when you cut it, it goes,
it's perfect.
And then it reverses, and the water goes back in the bottles as Dreamweaver's going. So, but thanks for that.
No,
that suggestion.
Awesome. That's awesome. All right. Let's see who else we got.
Thought it was CBD and didn't buy it.
That's something totally different. It's not a strop liquor. You're crazy, Marshall. All right, anybody got any more questions? If not, we're going to wind it up here. I'll have to bring you back on. What if you got a way to split screen it?
Yeah.
That would be fun.
I can be on anytime, man.
That would be cool. But I'm going to try and do a little bit of live streaming tomorrow from the competition. So check the channel out for that. I'll probably do it on YouTube, and because Facebook gets kind of glitchy sometimes. I don't want y'all to miss anything. I'll definitely get his run. I don't know if I'll be able to get my run. I might duct tape my camera to a tree or something. We'll figure that out. If y'all don't have any questions, I really appreciate this. Dave, wait. You can do dual lives on Facebook. Okay. That's a good idea. Does Dave own a Spyderco? No, Dave does not.
No.
He will not own Spyderco.
I know.
Look at those hands. What Spyderco's gonna fit that?
No, I do like is it the Payson?
Oh yeah.
That fits good.
Yeah.
And the military.
Yeah.
It fits my hand really good. I did the what's that thing? Is it Mass Drop?
Yeah.
Where you go in with a bunch of people and buy a Spyderco. So I did that and got a Spyderco coming in, and it was like awesome. And I've got a picture when it come in because I didn't look at the size. of the knife. So when the knife come in, I'm holding it and you can't even see it in my hand.
That's awesome.
So I'm like, well, that's a little small. So no, I don't own a Spyderco, but I would, yeah, and Enduro fits too.
Yeah, Enduro, yeah.
Yeah, the Tatanka, it fits. I love Spydercos.
GoPro. If I had my GoPro, Marshall, that would be pretty cool. Thanks, Tom. Appreciate it. Let's see what else we got. Good luck to both of you. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Hey, Christine, Women Carry Knives. Good to see you.
Hey, Christine.
Ginormous Hands Dave here.
Big Hands Dave.
You know him? Tape, phone to knife. That might throw off the balance a little bit, but yeah, that's a good idea. Give you that up close and personal on there. All right, guys, well, I appreciate y'all being here. We're going to cut this off here. I'm coming straight here from Muscle Shoals, which is my first time here. I'm way cooler for just have been in the city, so it's a really cool place. Once again, Big Hand Dave. We're going to do a video. Make sure you get over and check his YouTube out because you're going to miss out if you don't. He's going to be putting some really cool stuff on there. Just a really, and like I said, if y'all are in this area tomorrow, come on over and check it out. It's going to be a lot of fun. So thank y'all very much. And if you need me, jimislashyoutube at yahoo.com. Or just hit me up on Facebook and hit him up on Instagram. And I'll talk to y'all later.